I think Ventura is hosting the playlist because nobody else had. Ty hadn't said anything in the chat or nobody, but
that's no problem.
Once everybody's in the lobby, you'll be able to just hit invite all from session. Right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We will be going ahead with Infinite Slowness versus Team Bot. We have Elegant Speed, Nacho's team, with Jake Chaboy and Sirod waiting in the wings in the final. So we should be able to crack on with that. This has been a Christmas tournament. It's ran on through January and into February significantly. It's gone nice, seems to have been enjoyed. I know Team Bot weren't quite maybe making to get this far from what they said earlier, but they have enjoyed participating and look to see what they can do tonight. I will just be giving the stream a share. Just give me 1 moment. Stream, and then I will be in the chat and all that malarkey. I'm going to run over the tricks once Tyrese is back, so I don't know where he's disappeared to.
I'm still here.
Hello, Ty. There he is.
Tyrese, do you want to join our own party, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
Sorry, I didn't even hear you, my bad.
No, that was muted.
Right. What are the tracks, Ty? Just give me 1 second so I open the notepad up.
They picked
Canyon Crossing.
Vespucci and
Vespucci and Plum.
We picked East Coast, Spinner and Rally.
East Coast Spinner.
Are we switching parties now?
Yeah, I don't mind. Well, we don't have to, probably.
Go on. So the guys are heading into their own party.
Alright, boys, I'll see you soon.
Catch you in a bit. What was their second track, Esco?
Vespucci.
Vespucci, I put a B by mistake, that's what's confusing me.
Ryan, we have our own chat, by the way, so join it.
Right, there we go. There's that, and that. That is... Slowness. Stream chat up, and then I can pay attention to that as I share it around. Hello, Puts. I'd already loaded into PS4 Puts. I'd already got the friends session open and everything for these guys to join on. I'm just
We've been in the party the whole time.
Yeah.
Been in the party the whole time.
I'm going to go into spectate on one of the guys in the lobby, and then I can just get the playlist shared around and they can do their thing. There's Esco in session, so I can join up. That's Ventura just inviting to the playlist too, which is a perfect timing. Let me get this shared around as quick as I can, and again, just slight apologies for the delay.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Are you joining the other party?
Am I joining what?
The other party.
Oh, if you want to, yeah.
Huh?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, we're in it now. Right, see you later.
Catch you in a bit, dude. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And good luck to Infinite Slowness as well. Let me copy and paste. No, it's not the right chat. Oh my god, the app is so slow. It makes me want to cry. Oh my god, let me type.
It's like that, is it?
Yeah. Nick. Oh. Copy. Hello, Alabo. How you going, fella? Hope you're doing very well. And yeah, I'm not doing too shabby myself. And as you know, my focus does get ever so slightly absorbed in sharing this stream around. I'm not the best at multitasking. Whew. The chat. There's pros, and there we go, getting sucked in to the playlist. I'll be on the way. There we go. Right, I am off. Ventura, Fernie, and Roscun make up Infinite Slowness. It's Tyrese, Raza LD, and Tell Me Builds make up Team Bot. Best of luck being offered across to both from Alabo, and hello, my man Sirod with the yo bro. I hope you're doing very well. I am now fully engrossed and ready for the action. Hello, Ventura. Good luck to yourselves. In Infinite Slowness, you know, I do have a lot of respect for everybody involved in this. I am in the party regularly with both Tyrese and Ross. Tell Me Builds pops in regularly. And I do have a lot of love for my guys, Ventura and Fernie. Raza also, not forgetting Raza in the party every day. A lovable man. Not feeling the best today. A little bit under the weather, but he is looking to just do what they can and see what they can do. They know they are up against a strong team, but they are now considered a strong team themselves, taking out some good opposition along the way. I'll launch into, yep, no worries by me, Ventura, and I'm sure that'll be fine with the guys. I've already got my roach in, my smoke, so I am fully set to go. Now, as I did say at the beginning of the stream, just in the intro while it was warming up and I was sharing stuff around, we do have Elegant Speed, that is a Nacho as the captain. Then we have Jake Chaboy and Sirod, and they are waiting upon the winners of this semi-final. We did also last night see the close of the 1v1. Official on this occasion was unfortunate to lose out to Jack, but he did take second place, and again, nothing to be ashamed of with the opposition he did go up against to get to that point, including Jack, and taking a very strong victory in the winners bracket final.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
But that was a very long tournament, and I do think I will be doing a bit of a reassessment on how often I'm willing to do the loser bracket stuff, because that did make it last double the length of time, and we do like to crack on through stuff so we can do stuff every few months rather than every 5-6 months and only having 2 or 3 things going on a year. And there's Tyrese. We are happy that we got to the semis. Exactly, Tyrese. You have come up against some very good opposition and you took them out along the way. I know 3 Lions with the likes of Luke, Fatnik and LJQ. Very tough opposition.
They're doing East Coast first. Oh, shit. That's bad for all of them, man. Fuck.
Well, I do know Razak has been advising Tyrese especially to maybe go a little bit cut-free, allow their cut master of their team in Esco to do the risky stuff should it be needed, and then to settle in a little bit. We know Razak does get the 201s regularly and breaks into low 2 minutes sort of time here without the cut, so he is going to put pressure on the guys anyway if they have a little squiggle out of the wall ride and stuff like that. Good luck to both teams from Gucci. Hello, my dude. I hope you're doing very well. All the guys lined up on the grid. We've got their lovely red cars all matching from Ross Fernie. Tyrese is missing the matte black, but they do like to mix it up a little bit. Courtney builds up into third. That is Esco. Looked like Raza maybe bricked into the tube. He was right up there with Esco. We are going to pop on back just a touch. We sit with Fernie. Smooth into the corner. Good speed up the hill. Ty pulling a little wider to the right. Is it too wide? He's pulled onto the track. He's had a little issue with the curb. No major time lost yet. Tell Me Builds is leading the way, followed by Ross, Fernie and Ventura. Oh, Fernie a little bit high into the tube. Let me pull my calculators up just so I can follow the points as they come in. Just makes it a bit easier. I keep a running total. So leading the way, there is Ventura heading through the hairpin 2. From the shuttle, you can see Tyrese and Razak closing up behind Fernie. Is potentially going to end in a good battle for third. Little rough on the tube entry. You can see Razak closing in still, having pulled away lightly from Tyrese. We will, on the second lap, move a bit further forward through the action to Ventura or Ross and just keep our eyes on the front fight. Fernie, not far behind, is just about in view of Esco, about to swing through that right corner. 2:04.793 first lap to 2:05.941. Esco laying down the challenge to the guys, trying to maybe force a mistake and allow the teammates a little bit less pressure a bit further back. We will move forward to Ross. Just see the way he got the car nicely lined up, didn't really have to do any more correction. Esco goes in, pulls out of the wall ride, has it clean, extends the lead, but Ross, knowing that his team do have the next 3 positions, they do wisely at this point choose to play it safe. That was close from Ross, the side of the car very nearly scraping the side. Off the tube and causing a bit of an incident. It's all good. Does appear to be closing back in on Escope, maybe losing some time through some corners, able to take it a little bit easier, using the corners to get himself fully warmed up for the rest of the playlist. And just using the wall ride and his natural pace to just hold the lead. Esco though just runs a little bit too wide, pushing a little bit too hard for them early curbs onto the straight before the tube. That has seen Esco falling right back through the order. He's now in between Ventura and Tyrese. Raza has climbed up to third, planting himself between Fernie and Ventura. Now Ross leading the way. He's got a decent lead over his teammate in Fernie. And Raza right up Fernie's ass, trying to push for that mistake. 202.036 from Fernie. Fernie is also a PC racer. Cunning Stunts hasn't raced on PC for a little while, I don't believe, but I have said that I wouldn't mind seeing him on the track there at some point just to show him the consistency. Have picked up, feathers the throttle really nicely through the corner, no chance of coming into contact with the barrier. We are going to pop on back to Fernie, just have a little bit more look at the action. Fernie clean on the curbs. This can't do the work. So maybe did go in for the wall ride. An issue with it, that has seen a top three at the moment. Heading. And cleanly into the tube. Ross has extended his lead at the front. Looks like Ventura nice and clean behind Fern as well on the mini-map. Positions appear to be staying the same. The top three for Infinite Slowness, giving them 37 points. To the 21 at the moment from Team Bot, but it is a long way to go. That was the first race. Just dating that. Ty, it is still early. Don't let, like I've said to you before, don't let the first race ever defeat you. Like, it's in no means over yet. You don't even necessarily need to get a whole top three or anything. You just need to try and improve a little bit of consistency and stuff. Just don't let this first race defeat you. Yep, the tracks are East Coast. That was a Team Bot track. We have Spinner and Rally as well. Then there is Canyon Cross. That is from Team Bot, sorry. So East Coast, Spinner and Rally from Team Bot. Canyon Crossing of Vespucci and Plummet 2 from Infinite Slowness, with Gauntlet being the random track that you also had to do last week, Sirod. I will copy that into the chat too, just in case. There we go, as well. Ooh. Oh, you know what I sort of mean. Ooh, tongue build's a little bit rough. Giving Ventura the opportunity just to pull back. That slight rough deflection off the barrier. Tyrese is leading the way. And he has got good half a car's length over Fernie. Roscoe, Ventura, Razza, Esco behind. Esco chasing and catching the brace boost. You can see Razza after them as well, getting a big puff of smoke just ahead. We'll get to this ramp skip and we'll do a little flick afterwards. Yes, go lining it up, nice little tippy tappy controls, everybody across, nice and safe. Fernie and Ross did get a better landing than Tyrese, and that has seen them go ahead. But Tyrese back nice and aggressive, but he just clipped that. Maybe it may have just caught his eye. My name are popping up. Hello, new boys. Did just clip the foundation of the bridge there. I do apologise if that was in any way me, Ty. You know I don't like to cause them issues. It just can't be helped sometimes. Chasing the brake boost again, getting himself back up to full speed. You can hear the squeal, the little dimming of the revs every now and then. I am just moving forward, Ty, don't you worry. I just didn't want to move straight back off. Hello, new boys as well. Hope you're doing very well, fella. Got Razza trying to chase down Fernie. Extends out that jump. You can see the two doing slightly different things. Esco landing with good speed. As they're collecting good curbs, keeping speed through the corner really nicely. Esco pulling back, collecting a brake boost. I'm not sure why that hit. Lovely and clean. Isn't quite collecting all the brake boosts, so did catch a couple, but everybody swelling on past. Esco is pushing into second, I believe. He's got a slightly straighter line. He's going to be close. Razza does take fourth. Plus 15. Ty did get unlucky with that smash off the bridge foundation. Like I say, I do hope it wasn't necessarily down to the swap over. So, pull it up on the stream, can't do it quick enough to make myself to do that. It's not getting low enough to input the bastard skills. So, Rally is up next. We've seen East Coast and a plummet so far. So that has seen it shorten up a bit. It is 69 to 47. I'll do the point on the next one. Rather leading the way, got really nice speed up the ramp. Ventura to close the gap up. Tyree carrying his speed well in third. Through the bush, really nice and tidy. Misses the wall, misses the tree, really cleanly past Ventura. Chasing the bumps on this left side. Couple of bumps there. Swings on over to the left past the trees. Looks to pull through the bush. Nice and tidy. Collects the extra bumps. Nice and clean. Tyree. Bump before the tunnel. On to the left wall. And then sticks on that left as much as he can for the extra bump. Good, clean stuff. Just holding his lead. Razet just behind so he knows he doesn't need to feel too much pressure. Cleanly through the spinner prop. Handles the car's potential buck up and gets himself through the sharp, slower right there. Hitting the curb nicely and letting the car drift back to the right. Yeah, that was a good line down the hill. Razet pulling back, got a bit more landing boost. Both clearly going to play it safe. A very good choice. Tell Me Builds does cheekily swing into the lead with a wall ride. Not going to let his team run away with the lead on their own. Look clean from everybody. Ventura off the wall, nice and tidy behind. And is closing the gap on the front three. Ty just stay nice and clean. Catches good speed through the ramp, or over the ramp and through the air. Did close some of the gap back up. Ty letting the corner be nice and wide. That just see him swing back into second. Carried good speed there past Ventura. Razet did have a little slide. Cost himself a touch of time, but he does still hold a fourth comfortably at the moment. Been a lovely drive from Tyree, just the wall ride really separating his and Esco's time, and he knows this section at this point very nicely. Just needs to be nice and clean. Remember his feathering points. Lovely braking point from Tyrese. Esco did hit the pole, has cost him a couple of positions. Corrected a lovely by Ty. On the brakes, onto the banked surface of the muddy hill there. Looks like he's just gonna... Oh, Ventura pinches it! Oh, Ventura, he couldn't let the young lad have it. He drove so well. Oh. Nice stuff, guys. A really nice drive too, Ty. I didn't want to swap off anybody there. It was good action at the front. Lovely exit from the wall ride from Esco. Caught as well, swinging in into the lead. Not the right one? No. Oh my god, give me the right point screen. Sort the camera out. Oh, I think it's just gonna, yeah. That does see Teambot come up to 76. And it sees Infinite Slowness up to 98, so a 22-point lead. Just holding it, losing out on a couple of points. Razza leading away, he's extended himself a nice lead early on, considering feathering the throttle wonderfully into the boost, letting the boost get his revs back up instantly too. Tidy done again, just as smooth as you like, able to use the lead he built up to get himself through corners he wasn't so comfortable with in the rain. Now this tube can be very tricky in the wet. Razza gets that very nice, carries his speed. Two as well, did as well alongside, but Razza just able to pull himself back into the lead. Ross seemed to maybe get a short shift to get his higher revs earlier on. We are going to pop back to third just so we can see the battle. Lovely avoiding of the barrier, all three feathering the throttle to perfection. Hello Knackerback, my man. Yeah, that's just what I was doing Theod as well. Lovely tube exit from Ventura. It matches paces with Ross, catching a second place. Looked like Ryan just fell behind a touch. Ty and Esco pulling into the lead, but you can see all of them behind. No big error. Fernie has had to respawn by the look of things on one of the two. And we are going to pop back to Esco again to see this battle just ahead, as we do. Ventura going with that late loop as well, looking to carry a bit more momentum out of the exit, catching that extra little bit of whip. Now, the rain does sometimes occasionally just carry on when there is a spectator, so we may see the rain just continue. Esco carries the speed over the jump instead of taking the cut. You can see he hasn't lost any time at all. If anything, gained some, didn't have the line to go in for it. Tyrese and Razza holding position over Fernie. In good position to make up on any chance of an error from Ross and Ventura ahead. And again, a huge thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to see people swinging on by. Hello, Alex. Hope you're doing very well, fella. Oh, was that lag? It was lag. Thank Christ for that. It looked like Ross tried some weird Asadora bike line, but I'm not sure you can do that on Gauntlet in a D8. But it was just lag. He did end up teleporting back into the tube. The score at the moment are 98 to Infinite Slowness to the 76. This is the third track. They did take a strong lead initially, but they have been fighting back, not lost any more or allowed any more damage, slowly reining it back in since the top three. It looks like Esco's gained a really nice boost. Ventura, though, pulling back the honk of the horns, forcing each other to go faster rather than honk boost, making their own car go faster. It just angered the other into getting quicker themselves. Making sure, oh, Esco just drifting too far to the right, could have potentially had a character switch save there. Does still hold position over Fernie, and Ty's had to respawn as well. We are going to pop back up to Ventura. Ventura, lovely tube exit there, pointed the nose down, just carried speed. Yeah, I believe Jack has fallen asleep, Luke. He was up all night. He had his dinner, and I believe he got a little bit of Sunday dinner belly and had a nap. He might be up later, around 2, 3 o'clock. Oh, a little bit of a wonky landing there from Ventura. The back left seemed to kick up, but it maybe gave him a little bit of a curb boost effect. Saw a little tyre mark come off the back of the car on the right side, so maybe ever so slight wheel spin effect. He said he put TV on and he didn't realise he was still in the party, Luke, and it got to like 10 in the morning and then he still wasn't tired, so he carried on watching stuff, playing XCOM, and then Albo joined the party and said hello, and he was like, oh hello, shit. Clean tube exit from the guys again. Carrying the speed, Razza is up into third. We've got Tell Me Builds, it's Tyrese and Fernie making out the order. We've got the 252.362 from Ross to 53.708. A little bit further back from the guys, but still pushing my times on PS4 to the limits. The score right now, Albo, is 98.68 in, or 76 in Infinite Slowness' favour, but they have been shortening that lead. I believe Infinite Slowness may be about to pull a little further ahead, taking the top 2 positions here, but it's still not over yet. Ventura does need a slight readjustment just to pull up for the tube exit, save himself going round the tube for a second time. So lining up, making sure he doesn't get caught up on that grey part too much that you do have a propensity to brick into. Hello, Pinkavelli. How you going, fella? And hello, Mobbin. I hope you guys have just enjoyed your GOAT PL. Apologies I couldn't tag along tonight if there was space, but I was focused on setting up for this, and I will announce at the end of the stream something I have managed to go ahead and do on PC. It is going to be broken quite quickly for sure, but I will have a little upload coming soon just to show that I have taken on board what you guys have taught me along the way. That is top 2. As it is just holding up lightly, allowing potentially Esco as much time as possible to cross the line. That does see Tyrese ahead, but it has extended that time out there for Esco, potentially giving him the time. His Esco may just be a bit too far back. That is turning across the line. The Old V community, so Pinky, Heredia will be hosting a qualification just to see who makes it into A, B lobby, just to order people out. That will be done this weekend, I'm guessing, coming up, potentially, and then we'll be organising the PL for a Friday or Saturday evening the next weekend sort of thing. So it'll be about 2 weeks away, but there'll be a qualification event in the meantime. If that makes any sense. So we'll see Esco getting the 2 points for the DNF. It is taken with the Rockstar. We do just have 2 points, just so it's not quite as damaging, but it does see the lead extend to 36 points. So it's 132 to Infinite Slowness to 96 to Team Bot. No, there won't be a playlist from us today, Pinky. No, not from Jack. Canyon is what I'm waiting for. We are going to apply a little bit of the pressure to Infinite Slowness. A little bit of a slide with the Emirates. Corrected very quickly, collecting the boost. Really nice. The undercut from Ventura, Barbacks, 10 PM. Okay, there you go, Pinky. Playlist at 10 PM from Barbacks. And I would say I'd make the chats up, but I'm not 100% sure who signed up. But Jack will make chats up tomorrow when he's up for old and new and everybody in a single chat, so we can start arranging the qualifications and then the match afterwards. Right, we are going to head on forward through the order a little bit. We'll sit with Fernie, see if we can see the guys up top. And happy to clear that up for you, Pinky. Fernie has fallen just a little way behind. But hello, Fernie. Behind Raza and Esco. Nice and clean through his tube line, carrying speed really nicely. Tap of the horn again. Goes in for the wall ride. Pulls out. It's good and clean. Really shortens the gap up on Esco. Potentially going to take the lead somewhere through the tunnel. If he can potentially clip a curb, there's the one. Doesn't go with that late second, catches a lower ramp skip too. Triple flip or triple barrel roll really cleanly. Esco is just going to hold a second place into lap 2, the 155.806 from Raza, the 156.7 to the 157.5 from Esco and Telmy and Fernie. Oh, Fernie just drifts a little bit too far to the left. We will move forward. You can see the guys going with the cut. All, well, Ventura did seem to land a little bit heavy. Ross got it good and clean. We are going to move on forward. Put a bit of the pressure on from 2. But they know they can just play it nice and clean. They've got a big lead and they know the guys need to take the cuts to catch up. Raza really carrying his speed well. Again, this is another track he can really carry really nice speed on without any cuts aside from obviously the tube exits. He considers that more of a standard line. Extending nicely. You could tell Esco kind of wanted to. It took him a little while to pull to the left there. It's Tyrese is in third and he does have a good portion of time. Again, you can see the guys not taking any risks. Steel Horse is the insignia on the back of Esco's car. Raza brings his time down to a 54.533, 56.451 from Esco. I just know both Raza and Esco will just go going, keep it clean again. Esco there. Sort of, he wanted to ramp skip and had to pull onto the ramp a little later. Fighting himself, wanting to take the cuts. Gets himself past that little ramp skip, good and clean. Feathers his throttle, goes for, don't believe he did get the brake boost. It looks like Orion did, just extending away, carrying really nice speed through these track pieces. And now that's understandable, Pinky. Your education, very important. You've also completed your 100 races, lads, to give other people a chance. But no, your times are coming up or down very quickly, Pinky. Oh, Esco carries it a little bit rough, but he is, with it being such a short little jump, he is going to carry the speed. Well, you don't even need to really jump out of it. You can fall out of that tube, make it onto the track. Ventura has overtaken Tyrese and coming up behind Esco. Esco knew he had to take that wall ride, got it clean, sees himself keeping position ahead of Ventura. Ventura, he looked like needed to respawn there. Tyrese having fallen a little further back again. That does see Raza and Esco take the top two. Ventura and Fernie trying to extend that time out as much as possible there for Ross. But Ty closing in quick, trying to shorten it up. Yet the guys are in two different parties, they're in their team chats. Ross is going to cross the line, taking the 6 points. That does see Infinite Slowness move up to 156, and it sees him with a 26 point lead to 130 from Infinite Slowness. And Pinky, that'll come with time, dude. You just need to get used to when you're actually racing with people, aside from hot lapping, and with the experiences you've got in real life. I think you'll do alright along the way, lad. Your go-karting should see you in good stead with that, because you should see video game racing as a little bit more relaxed and chilled out in a way, if that makes any sense. But just let that experience come. It's a little bit different in full lobbies when you can hear everybody else's engine. You're not able to focus on exactly where your engine pitches for the corners and stuff. Fuck stunts from Tyrese. He has been enjoying his street and rally stuff a lot more recently. Since just before Christmas, he's looking at participating in quite a big competition. Mixed across GP, rally, circuit tracks, I believe that's hot ring. And then a stunt as well. There is something else. So there's 5 categories, 2 of each per playlist. There is money on the line. I believe it's the €1,000 or £1,000, $1,000, whichever it is, split between first, second and third. And that is hosted by Track Racers Crew. Do see it's Tyrese and Tell Me Build leading the way, but Ross, Gunn, Fernie and Ventura looking to close back in. That could have been a really nice camera. Lovely brake boost from Ross, pulls him up into second, but the curb boosting from Ventura, fighting back. Esco's aggressive line along the bottom line. Not going with the loop. Side by side shot, a little tap of the horn. Ross gaining good speed, Tyrese into the lead. Roscon, Ventura, Tell Me Builds, Fernie, Razza is the running order. Taking the coat, you can see Ventura and Esco taking that incredibly early. Getting good speed down the downward slope into the tube. Catches the brake boost. Looks like the guy did ahead, didn't see any significant time gain there. Razza has edged ahead of Fernie. Fernie's fallen a little way behind, maybe having a bit of an issue with one of the transitions. You can see Ty and Ross going off the barrier. Ross's takes him a much lower and pulls him into second. Esco slamming on the brakes and dabbing the handbrake, drifting ever so slightly to the right. Over the curbs, good and clean again. Esco is just inching away, but Ross did seem to get a bit of a better speed exit through the corner, gaining some of the time back, getting really nice speed down there. What happened to Esco there? He seems to get hung up on the arrow prop, cutting across that a little bit too finely maybe. Car spinning out on it, that looked really unfortunate. He is still holding fourth, so he's not out of the race yet. Coming through, Ross holds the line. We're going to move back to Ventura again, just so we can see the two cars. Big gap at the moment between second and third. The 31.744 first lap. And that is by Tell Me Builds, and Ross with the 32.439. Ventura with a lovely cut across again, just pulling himself up into first. Just drink a coffee. Ross really good speed through that tube, has to tether a little bit more. Ventura close to the speed he felt was good for cut. Ross just undercutting Ventura again. It's going to be tight. Ross able to carry a bit more speed, being slightly further over to the right, and gained a good chunk of time there. He's going to cross the line with a 2:31.144 to 2:31.317. I was dying a little bit there. Oh, an undercut from Tyrese, I believe. Saw the car dropping back down. I believe it was Tyrese or Razza, maybe. He's going to see Esco needing to hold off. I believe it was Tyrese. He did lose a position. You see Ventura over the curbs. Caught the brake boost over that first one. pulls through the loop in the tube. This car pulls back up. Oh God, sorry. A little bit snuffly now. Lovely speed through the final part of the corner. Hitting the brakes, he's looking to undercut Ross. Oh, did he catch enough of the mid-drive boost there? He's got it nice and clean. He's across. He's going to have higher speed through the corner than Ross here. A little bit more feathering required. But the rev should be good and high. You can see the gap is closing. He's already into the lead before the cut begins on this occasion. Ross has taken it slightly sharper, slightly higher from Ventura 2. Not going to see as much time gain. That could see Ross with that little wall tap bringing it back. Ross gained good speed on the back half of that tube in comparison to Ventura 2. And carried good speed too. But Ross just battling through it, really nice and aggressive. Good line, Ventura pulling it back a little touch, feathering the throttle really nicely through the corner, gaining back, fighting hard. It looked like Ross did do a little dab of the brakes as well. That could be risky. It's clean, he's over with perfection. Really nice stuff there from Ross, taking the lead over his teammate Ventura. Likely to see Esco with third. He just needs to manage the time the best he can, give Tyrese as much time as he can, but Bernie not giving him too much. You can see there just coming through straight after. That does see him up to 191. Tyrese with 19 seconds should make it. He's over nice and clean. He's got 10 seconds. Should be good. We are on to the final track. Tyrese didn't quite make it across the line. Up to minus 4 points, so it's 149 from Team Box, 191. Do believe to be out of reach, and it will be down to the guys whether they would like to continue. I am always happy to continue watching if they would like to play it out. It is the way we usually see things go. Spoochie is that final race gauntlet. Did pop up earlier in the playlist. And in fact, I will quickly send Barbat a little shout in the chat asking if I can attend the playlist. Taps of the horn all round. They are all away. A bit further back, see Esco just stated into the corner a little earlier, knowing there can be a dodgy bump. Here, the taps of the horn, Bernie just leading up the rear. Bernie though, big speed through the air. He's going to clear the checkpoint, I believe. He did make it. Razza leading the way with Tyrese and Ventura just behind. Tell Me Builds carrying really nice speed through the corners. and has pulled himself up in contention for third here, battling with Tyrese, being a bit more aggressive across the curbs. Oh, let's go. Just came out of the wall ride a little bit wonky. It did see the car brick ever so lightly into ground, causing the car to drift off to the left. Little taps of the horn, Fernie just ahead of Ross, rather having just about take the lead back, I believe. No, Ventura holds his throttle control really nicely through the corner and even extends it out ever so slightly. All of these guys in unison swinging through the corners. Tyrese not that far behind. Fernie carried a bit too much speed into the jump, has lost positioning to Ross, but gains it back, carrying speed through the hairpin really nicely. But Ross, good exit speed, rather looking and has closed the gap on Ventura. Wide point, swing in narrow and then back out nice and cleanly, hatching the checkpoint. Ventura in for the wall ride, he takes it clean, gets through the corner nice and smooth. As it's still holding second, Ross is up into third. Ross just dabbing the brakes or feathering the throttle a bit heavier than Fernie, looking to maximise the revs into the tube. It's just inching away, collecting the boost line, nice and tidy. Tight, we'll have a little chat when you get into the party. You know what I'm going to say though, lad. Don't let it affect you. You've got other things going on. And you've in no way let yourself down. A 208.372 there from Ross and a 209.207. Two potentially new PBs there coming in across the line. So really good stuff. It's going to be getting close down to their PB anyway, if not. So getting consistent around the time at least. Now with the 3v3 having been decided recently, as I said earlier, it is 191 to infinite slowness to 149, so I don't think any point swing could see it come back. But yeah, I did manage to grab myself the PC world record for rally. I will be uploading the video and such. It is a little way off Kino's time, but it does only contain the one war ride. And I do expect the likes of Putt and 85 potentially go out and go, we can't be letting no commentator have it for too long. Official was on for a potentially better time than me earlier. Fernie in for the ramp skip. It looked a little low and he did just clip the green platform. That is going to see Tell Me Build pass on by, I believe. It doesn't know. Looks like there was maybe a respawn there as well. Ross has got the best time at 208.372, just pipped by Ventura with the 207.495 on the final lap. Press play there again just so I can actually see stuff. These guys are allowing the DNF to occur. They know it's over. So just not letting the stress of any more potential bricks get to them. Fully understandable. It does see the scores go 224 to 165. So we will be seeing Infinite Slowness go up against Elegant Speed. Teambot, again, I would like to say you have gone up against some tough opposition along the way tonight. Wasn't your night. Don't let it get you down at all too much. If you didn't catch it, Ryan, I did just announce it, so I won't say it again. But like I say, I don't believe there is any embarrassment at all. It's like you guys, in general, both of the teams have not been racing in general as much as you have done in the past. But some strong racing. There was some good times coming across. And we are going to be in for a hell of a final with Infinite Slowness versus Elegant Speed. Ventura and Cyril, if you are still here, I will put you guys into a chat. Hello, Tyrese, my man. No, it's good to hear you smiling and having a laugh at the very least. And hello, Razza, mate.
I was first at one
Back
point.
to COD. From Razza. Back to COD. Gonna go enjoy my zombies. But yeah, with a few more of you being back in the chat, is as I did just say, is I did manage to pip myself a world record for rally on PC at 60 FPS. I will be getting that uploaded over the next couple of days. And then I am looking at improving that and bringing that time down a touch with potentially either just tidying the lap up or doing the second wall ride and stuff. Keep your eyes out for that. Thank you all very much. Congratulations, Ross. And I am going to make that chat up in about 2 or 3 minutes' time before this playlist. Thank you all, and good boy for now. Good boy. Yeah, and it lasted all the way through because I was spectating. I did say it at the end of the first